pretty much, we've got two different types of truck. It's called an ASL, or automated side loader, where the arm comes off the side of the truck, grabs the cart, dumps it overhead about mid-body and sets it down. Drives to the next home. The other one's a little bit more versatile. It's a dual drive residential truck with a bucket affixed to the front forks, and the arm or claw comes off that bucket. So he picks that bucket up, spreads it in, picks the cart up, spreads it in the bucket in front of the truck, and then dumps the bucket when it's full.
Next question, this 96-gallon toter,
Right.
we'll call it. What happens around holidays when people have more than that, it will not fit in the toter and it's sitting beside it?
Holiday season, for when we set a period of, like a week and a half, 2 weeks, we'll take anything we have outside the container. Other than that, though, it is big for cart capacity.
But well, that's what I'm asking, is the driver's responsibility to get out and
Yeah,
collect
sure.
it?
Yeah. It does often get out of the truck.
And along with the question about the holiday, like if my trash pickup's on Monday and it falls on the holiday, what kind of delay do I have till I get my trash picked up? Is it
Well, we'll state in the contract that the major holidays that we take off, all call collections will be 1 day late. So if your pickup was on a Tuesday, or it was the holidays on a Monday, everything will be 1 day late. Thanksgiving, for example, everybody's pickup before Thursday is on schedule, but just the Thursday would be Friday and Friday would be Saturday.
And I have one more question. Now the weather is southeast Missouri, it may snow at Dexter,
Right.
and you can't run. It may not snow here.
Yeah.
Is that going to delay the trash service as well?
Well, we try not to make the one size fits all, because we service areas from Piedmont to the Illinois line to Kennett. We're gonna do what's in the best interest and safety of our drivers, so no matter what, if we're delayed by a day, nobody's gonna steal it, we'll haul off a day, we'll come and get it done. Happened 2 days last year, and I believe 1 day the year before.
I have a question. How many of your employees would be members of the city of Kennett, like residents of the city of Kennett?
We have open CDL Class B positions, all open all the time. We're more than happy to entertain offers from those that are willing to travel. Our base is out of Dexter. That's where our landfill is, where all Kennett's trash would be disposed of. So currently, no residents of Kennett are employees, but they're certainly welcome to apply when they're open.
I've got another one. I've actually been watching a trash can on the street, kind of down the road from my office there. And I've seen it dumped twice, the can with the arm truck, and the 3 bags of trash are still in the same spot around the can every time he drives off. So if we're doing that all over town, we got dogs running all over town, it's gonna stroll it everywhere.
Yeah,
That's just my personal, one of my personal.
If it's not a holiday season, we've also in our bid set a set price for an additional cart, so you can get a second one. I don't want to be confusion. The current truck we have right now is just semi-automated, means the guy does have to get out of the truck and push it to the front of that bucket. But the ones we would purchase for this contract would be automated.
Who's gonna handle the billing?
Pardon?
Who's gonna get the billing?
That'd be to the city.
Be
Direct
to
to
the city?
Yeah. As with collection from residents.
They're gonna be through city like that tomorrow?
Yeah, Randy Bates was supposed to bring that up this afternoon. He wrote it down, I don't know if he was able to, that I
Jamie, do you know anything about this, sir?
I do. Originally, when we started speaking about this, we were told that it was going to be just like the mosquito spray, where every single location in town was going to be billed. We were all on board with that because that's a very simple fix for us. If they're going to be picking and choosing who does and who doesn't, and somebody is and somebody isn't, then we're not going to be able to manage that. So if it's a citywide, a true citywide like mosquito spray, we're on board. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to spend the manpower dealing with it.
Does it differentiate between residential and commercial on how you do that? Can you do that easier if it's just all residential versus non-commercial? That should be.
Right now, the mosquito spray is only on residential
So it'd be
electric
exactly
meters.
like that.
And that's what we signed on board for,
Okay, yeah.
to do exactly that. So.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to answer a few of your questions. I'm representing Sharp Disposal. You said something about if somebody has a commercial dumpster at their business and they have house service. We have talked about that we would discount their dumpster, if they have a sharp dumpster at their business, we would discount that $20 a month to offset the cost. If they have a commercial dumpster, that's theirs, not just at the work, but that's theirs that they're paying for, we would do that, we would offset the cost. And another thing you said was local people. We have 20 local guys that kind of be on the backs of the trucks. And and their model is good. I mean, they're a Fortune 500 company for a reason. But being a local company with guys on the truck, if there's a bag, that extra bag out there, we don't want to pick it up every month, every week, just like they say. But we live here. We see the trash strode about. We'll pick that bag up just because we live here. We don't want to see it. It's our truck. What else was there that y'all touched on? A question. Yeah. So no arm trucks. They're good. They're bad. I talked to a city today. They hate the arm truck. A lot of them do. They say that they don't stroll trash when
Well,
over.
one of our biggest issues is people not bagging their trash.
Sure.
And I know what happens when a trash can goes up in there and the wind's blowing and the trash is not bagged, it goes everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's, in my mind, that's one of the downfalls of having an armed truck versus someone on the back.
Sure.
Or you straight in. But
Yeah, ideally they would bag the trash, but we don't live in an ideal world.
that is very
I do want to point out that in our bid, I don't think that Republic put in their bid to offset the cost of the billing, and they said that it was going to have to be put on top of their $14 to $18 bid. Our bid includes that. It includes a donation to the city, to the city beautification fund, and it stays the same from day 1 to day 5, or if you want to extend it to 7, whatever years, it'll stay the exact same. It will not move. They have a clause in their contract where on top of their yearly increases, they have the option to ask for another increase. I'm not talking bad about them, but I've sat in meetings in Tennessee that the whole meeting was called because Republic called the meeting to ask for raises for the county, the hospitals. That's how they get you. Cheap in the beginning, and by the end of it, it's going to raise.
So I guess I have a question as well. I know you presented a bid. My mother had trash service through you guys. She was paying $168 every 3 months. It didn't start out that way, but it ended up that way. That's why she switched. Folks in town, there's no way if we get to that point to pay that much money for trash.
So our subscription is run at a corporate level. That's not handled at the local level. We do have local billing personnel who, if someone local calls, they will roll that back. As for what's in our contracts are a negotiation. There are no 2 city contracts that are the same. So while one contract may have a provision to ask for more money, not all do. And you don't sign a contract that you don't agree with everything that's in it. That's just how contracts work.
With all due respect, ma'am, we live in a town that we have a large number that are on a fixed income. So it may work this year, but there's a good possibility it may not work next year. And if we sign a long-term contract with said company, then we're really doing a disservice to some of the people that live inside this community, that help build this community.
Was the competitive bid not 5 years as well?
But it was locked for 5, not with variation, the way I understood it.
That's true.
So they offer 1 city pickup, ours has 2, and over the life of our contract, we still come out cheaper, plus free services to 8 city buildings.
Not to debate, but it could be cheaper, because if you do a yearly raise, and then also come back once a year and ask for a raise, and we need money for fuel, we've built that into our deal.
The last page of the bid is very clear, the prices are very clear. You know, the highest rate, year 5, is $16.38 versus $23.85. If fuel were to double, if we came in and asked for a fuel consideration, So he has a right to say, no, I'm not gonna give it to you.
And I would also like to point out that we're just presenting on the merits of our bid and how we do business, not disparaging other companies to get the bid.
Our spring clean, I will just say, our spring cleanup is door to door, no roll off, so we'll just pick it up at the door. So it takes more than 10 roll offs, it is what it is, and that's part of it. And that's one reason why we did once a year, because somebody may have a whole roll off at their house, and that's just part of it, you gotta pick it up. And I just wanna leave y'all with this, it's all local. That was one of our big pushes, to shop local, and we are local. Got a lot of local guys that'll be picking up the trash and cleaning. Just like they are.
If I may, I just don't understand why we're doing this. This thing's been voted by the public. I know of 2 times for a fact, maybe 3 times. It's been turned down pretty well overwhelmingly. We're debating over almost a $10 difference in price. 5,000 meters, that's 50,000 a month, that's 600,000 a year. And we're wanting to get rid of everybody but one company. Currently, we have 2, I would say, local companies. It just doesn't seem like it's a good decision either way you go without just keeping it like it is. And I admit, I see where you're coming from, but it's hard to say $600,000 a year taxpayers has got to, the citizens has got to pay for a decision that you all make tonight. And it seems like there's a lot of questions and unknown certainties. I just don't understand why we're proceeding like that. That's all I have to say. I mean, it's all in the price, it's the bids. And that's it.
Man, could we open the floor to community comment, but restrict it to less than 1 minute?
Okay. All right, we're gonna open up to some community comments. You'll have 1 minute to state anything.